Goodson here. How are you? Okay. Well, I was asked why do I preach the Torah so much, and why do I stress it so heavily? And I'm going to be doing this, for a few. I stress following the Torah so heavily because that is what we need to do. Okay, we are commanded to do it. Now you got these people, and they seem to go with these trivial matters that do not pertain to Scripture, that do not pertain to following the Torah. Okay, they're into you got several movements. You got the sacred name movement. Okay, look, guys. I understand. And if you want to use those names, go right ahead. But you've got those who say, if you don't use those names, if you don't use Yahuwah and Yehoshua and all of these sacred names, you can, especially the ones they want to use, that you cannot be a believer. I've actually had some that have come to me, new believers that said, now, I was kicked out of this synagogue, or I was kicked off of this page. What is right? And I always tell them, what does the Torah tell you? You see, I've always said this. I'm a simple rabbi. I teach the simple truth. I don't put tradition in it. I don't fill it up with a bunch of malarkey. Okay? I'm not a sacred namer. I'm not one of these people that say, well, you can only be grafted in if. No, I do say that, but here is the requirement for being grafted in. And it's very simple. It is very simple. Believe on the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, and you shall be saved. Walk as Yeshua HaMashiach walked. Do what Yeshua HaMashiach did. Learn how he followed the Torah. Learn the Torah. And you know what? It's great if you want to learn Hebrew. But that's a difficult language. Okay? That is a very, very difficult language. Very difficult. You can't just, go for it. It takes a while to learn. Okay? That's why I always said this one as well. First learn the Torah, learn to follow the Torah in your native tongue. In my case, it would be English. Learn to follow it in English. Then you can learn it in Hebrew. Okay? Then you can learn it in Hebrew. Another one is the flat earth, round earth theory. Folks, you know what? I know that there are a lot of verses, if you say support the flat earth. Well, I can use the same verses to support the round earth. See, here's the thing. We're told by Yeshua, it will be as in the days of Noah. Okay? Satan is using that to take our focus off of the Torah and onto these worthless arguments. In Titus, it talks about worthless and unproductive doctrine. Okay? Then you got those who say, well, and of course when I present them with the simple truth. Simple is always the best way to go. Don't make it complicated on yourself. Just follow the Torah. Everything else will take care of itself. Learn to follow the Torah. It's simple. Well, I had one person say, well, do you give up your firstborn anymore? Well, now hold on. You don't make animal sacrifices anymore. Hold on. On the animal sacrifices, we can't. Why? There is no temple. There is no Levitical priesthood as such. Okay? I don't care what they're doing in Jerusalem. You can't build the temple that is not ordained of Yahweh or Yehovah. If it is not ordained, it will never, it just be a building. So you can't, so if I heard what they're saying, that they're building the temple, they've got the tabernacle, and they're going to start animal sacrifices. No, not until it's time, and it's not time yet. And when will be the time? When we hear the shofar in the eastern sky, and we hear the words, Ephraim, come home. Until then, it's not time. Now, when will we hear it? I don't know. I couldn't tell you if I tried. Because we're told, no man knows the day or the hour, but we're to be ever ready, like the wise virgins. We're to be ready for him. And yes, Kippur is over with, so I can drink coffee again. So you see, we're supposed to do that. People, stop taking your focus off the Torah. You know, I had one person actually tell me, you make it too simple. It's too simple. Yeah, read Deuteronomy chapter 30. That it's not difficult. That he did not make it difficult to follow the Torah. Read Deuteronomy chapter 30. Read the prophets. They tell you it's not difficult. It's easy. You know, I've always said, it's not rocket science. You don't need an advanced degree in theology to figure this one out. Just do it. You know, I'm a Star Wars fan. I love, well, if it's science fiction, man, you know I got it. You got me on it. I love science fiction. And one of my favorite is Star Wars. Yoda, you know. And one of his sayings is, do or do not. There is no try. So just do it or don't do it. Your choice. See, that's the beauty of being a believer. You have a choice. You can believe it or you don't have to. It's your choice. I choose to follow the Torah. Simple. As was given to us on Mount Sinai, as was renewed by Yeshua HaMashiach through his death and resurrection. I choose to do that. So folks, don't get too involved. Okay? Stop it with these sacred names or the flat earth, round earth. They're not productive. You're not going to be any holier if you believe in one way or another or use one name or another. You're not any holier. Okay? You're still a human being. You're still prone to sin. Okay? So just do it. Just follow the Torah. Simple, easy. Don't put anything into it. Don't take anything away from it. And for crying out loud, if you teach the Torah, don't put an undue burden upon the new believers. You know, most of the time after the feast day, especially today, I'm fielding questions from everybody. Well, what if I do this? Or can I do that? Or whatever. And I'm always saying, what does the Torah say? What? Well, I was told this is what I said. No. You read it. You read it for yourself. Don't believe. I mean, that's why I tell people, don't believe me. Don't take my word for it. You do your own thinking. You do your own research. You know? You do your own research. You do your own thinking. And you come up with your answers. So let's follow the Torah. We've got one more feast day. We got another feast day, and it's the Feast of Sukkot, the Yom Sukkot, the Feast of Tabernacles or Tents. It's a joyous day. May Adonai bless and keep you. May Adonai cause his face to shine upon you. May Adonai lift his countenance to you and be gracious to you. Adonai grant you shalom. Just follow the Torah. Simple. Shalom, shalom, everyone.